Now for one of the biggest fights before a boss. Yeah, see those Kalkis? They're just positioned perfectly to snipe you as soon as you roll right into here. And unlike any other enemy in this entire level, every single enemy in this boss arena spawns more enemies. And I think each type of enemy spawns different types of enemies. It's not the same. So each Kalki, which I can't see here, has spawned 2 different types of enemies. One has spawned warlords, yes, right here. One has spawned 2 golems, one has spawned 2 warlords, and the third one has spawned 2 something else entirely. Oof. Come on, where are you? Ooh. Bolus. They have spawned some Bolus. I can guess right now because of, oh, I don't know, smart missiles? Now, I really like this effect here, where it's like almost like opaque stained glass or something. Just hiding some of these, walls here. They act as walls, but you can still see through them. That's kind of cool. It's really dark in this room. Okay, so the next layer up, this is like 3 tiers. This boss room is like 3 tiered. The bottom tier's with the Kalkis, the next tier's with golems that spawn into Terrapinners. I mean, if you take this room one step at a time, it's not overwhelming. But if you just like rush up in there, then you get the boss moving, and the boss could just warp in and teleport wherever he darn pleases, and then you're in real trouble. The third tier above that, of course, has warlords, which then spawn into Komodos. We all know how Komodos are on higher skill levels, so it just gets worse the higher you go up. And you uses pretty much everything in your power to try and just survive. Trainee, not so much, because, well, everything's easy in Trainee. That, and they give you, like, a couple cloaks. What is it, 3 cloaks in the center? Ooh, oh gosh. So, yeah, this boss has fusion shots as his primary, and Earthshaker missiles as secondary. Yep, there's some Komodos up there. Well, since I'm cloaked, might as well go up. There is the boss. And unlike any boss before, you would think, since you get all these Mega Missiles and Earthshakers, that he's weak to matter weapons. Nope, he's only weak to energy weapons. So, plasma, fusion, lasers. So your awesome Gauss cannon, not helpful here. Awesome shakers and Mega Missiles, not helpful here. Go figure. You've been saving him up for this very battle, and they don't even work on him. Now that's just cruel. Pretty cool design, though. It's almost like a TIE fighter, you know? Okay, now that I've survived, we have one last evil thing that I wouldn't have known if I had not watched the video beforehand. There's a warlord in the exit tunnel, which is crazy stupid. Okay, we're done. Thank you so much for being my pawn in my game of chess. What? I knew my subordinate, Dravis, was so incompetent when I gave him the job as head of the PTMC cleanup crew. He'd be unable to discern just who exactly is ruining him. Oh, you double-crossing bastard. What? Where does that leave me? Bastard? Is that a way of getting around censors? You, what about you? You are now a terrorist, one that the CED is now keen on finding and destroying. Not only did you violently destroy CED's robot production line and disrupt normal business flow, you also eliminated several key PTMC assets in the process. To the point that all blame is on rogue mercenary factions. With alibis such as these, CED was more than willing to donate billions of more funds for our contract in response to our loss. since it clearly was not our fault. You just used me to acquire more money for PTMC! You are a part of PTMC! Nice figuring that one out, genius. Ah yes, Charlie Delta, I am part of the PTMC. Let me introduce myself formally. I am Suzuki. Oh, Suzuki from Descent 3! A very influential corporate CEO. I allowed Davis to handle you, which worked perfectly into my plan for getting more funds for PTMC. I doubt he's even aware I'm behind this. It will look bad on his record for sure, and he'll be stuck doing that position for a long time to come, much to his regret, I'm sure. Why the charade? Wow, that is some double crossing right there. Business is business. We needed the funds. You needed a job. We needed the scapegoat. It works. It's flawless. It paid off. Good luck surviving the next few years, Charlie Delta. I doubt you'll live long enough to see PTMC prosper, Suzuki. Just tell me one more thing before you sign my death warrant. What was the reason PTMC made those warships? Yeah, what was the point behind this whole storyline? Tell me that. Because, you know, inquiring minds want to know. I guess there's no harm in telling you. We're developing a new piloted weapon shipment specifically for PTMC's own military use. We at PTMC greatly appreciate you test driving the prototypes for it. It helped us immensely in eliminating a few design flaws. I dub it the Pyro-Chi X. Very clever name, I think. It'll usher in a new glorious age for the PTMC, one I fear you may not live to see. If you have no further petty remarks to say, Suzuki out. Life sucks. Well, that's kind of a downer ending. You end off as the bad guy, even though you thought you were the good guy. Oh, look! Author notes. Credits. You simply cannot believe how confusing, yet so amazing it was to handle over 4 different people's work over a span of almost a year. With files coming in left and right, having to keep track of each and every one, which were the latest versions and which were old, trying to piecemeal and form it together into one big cohesive mission set. I requested that all people send in some of the most wacky ideas they could come up with for a descent level, and what we got has proven that some amazing designs can still come out of an aged engine. Thanks to all designers for going out on a limb and creating something weird. It's kind of an interesting compliment. It's been a long time coming, but the level set is finally finished. This set was basically made as one big personal thank you to every Descent player out there who continues to keep this game series alive. Without that support, campaigns such as this would never be completed. So without further ado, here are some special thanks by the individual authors. Wow. This is the first time I've actually had author notes in the end of a mission brief. Dark Flame Wolf. I'd personally like to thank Dark Horse, Sirius, Pumo, Wishmaster, Alterfox, and Kyoryu for submitting their levels to the project. Would have never been finished had it not been for their grand work. A very special thanks goes to Dark Horse and Sirius for a job well done on the new robots and bosses. Thanks for the fresh feel. Yeah, Dark Horse and Sirius, you deserve major props. Those robots are pretty awesome. I don't know who programmed their AI, but that was wicked cruel. Sirius, time for a new engine, don't you think? Cheers to Carrie Knudsen for pioneering the custom robot scene and giving me the foundations to work from, and to Dietfried Malley for maintaining his program so religiously. Dietfried... wait, what? Oh, Dietfried Malley. Okay, yeah, D2XXL, okay. I forgot there. Dark Horse. They make games like this for the DS now. It's a nice little link to the past. Hey, did you find all the extra heart? What was that all about, Dark Horse? Pumo. I will give special thanks to my sister. She convinced me to be a part of this project. And I'm very proud of being a part of this project. It's kind of redundant. Wishmaster, thanks for the chance to make my levels known in the community. Now sit back and enjoy the credits. What about Kyoryu? Where's his author notes? Didn't give him anything? Alright, so, okay. Total score, 2,508. I can't even speak right now, but you can see the score well enough. Alright, analysis is coming up next, and we'll see you all next play series. First off, I'd like to apologize for the quality of this part of the video. There was credits for this mission, but they did not appear for me in either D2XXL or Rebirth. So I had to rip this from a YouTube video of the final level and pop it into my own, just to have credits to talk over. So past that, here's the analysis. Descent: The Enemy Within was quite the grand level campaign for Descent 2. Had all the trappings of a great mission. 26 main levels to plow through, 6 secret levels, a horde of new robot enemy types, 6 brand new bosses, and a great music soundtrack. Only thing left missing was new weapons and custom textures for all levels. Thankfully I provided the former in this case for the challenge. The challenge itself wasn't exactly a unique one, but I did add an extra spin to things by taking a custom weapons pack that was included with another mission set, the Lost Levels, into this one to see if I could not only do the levels blind with cold starts on Enemy Within, but also get used to a brand new set of weapons in the process. You know, just for extra kicks and giggles. While the majority of the weapons were rather overpowering, it evened out towards the end where the higher end robots had access to exactly the same armament as I did, kill me just as fast as I could kill them. So all in all, I felt it was a balanced fight, and the difficulty level pretty much was also balanced mostly. The challenge itself didn't exactly turn evil until level 10 onward. Sure, I had a few hiccups in level 4, but that was a silly goof on my part. It was not until the second boss level, which introduced the Komodo, and the fire levels beyond that the challenge turned downright mean. It took me many tries to beat each successive level until after the third boss, where it strangely became easier. The ice levels were a strange breather in the midst of all the hard challenges. However, boss level 4, level 20, the difficulty roared back like a freight train and it hit hard. Each and every level after 19 was a long slog of many failed attempts and frustrated curses. The level that broke the camel's back was level 25, boss level 5. The multitude of heavy-hitting robots combined with cramped spaces, Motsins, an annoying boss that can't be harmed except from the back, and a massive room filled with Kalki-spawning Matsins. You can easily see why I quit there. Level 26 was much better, where I could barely get into any side rooms from the primary spire before losing all my lives and/or energy. The challenge was doable, at least up until these final 2 levels, which dissolved my resolve. All things taken into consideration, I'd normally have given this mission set an 8 out of 10 shield boosts. But since I gave up on 25 and 26, it gets a full 10 out of 10 shield boosts. It earned its brutal score, and is by far the hardest Descent mission set I've ever played. So, to update the tally, we have Retro Challenge Gamer 4 and Fangames 3. Fangames in general are harder in nature, and this one was no exception. So that's pretty much all I have to say on this particular play series and in this challenge overall. There are a bunch of secret levels, and they were revealed actually at the end of these credits. And that I'm going to go back through and I'll probably insert a bunch of secret level videos in between all the normal levels in the final play series lineup. So look forward to that. So thank you for playing Descent: The Enemy Within. Well, thank you for making it. And that is all there is. Until the next play series, see you all later. Yep, and here's where it shows all the secret levels. You'll be seeing those. Ah yes, and the challenge level. Expect that one soon.